Hello, I'm Elaine, the Ninja Life Coach, and today we are going to look at makeup from the Dollar Tree. We're going to do a get ready with me. I'm getting ready here in a little bit to go over to my grandson's basketball game, and I thought today might be a good day just to do a get ready with me. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I want to let you all know that I have already primed my face. I have a face primer on, and I have a little bit of concealer on my upper lip because I've got a bruise right here that you might be able to see. I fell the other day. I tripped over my baby gate that I have for my dog, and I face planted right there in the middle of my foyer. So just bear with me because this was the only day I had to do this video to get it up in order to edit it and get it up by Tuesday. So we're just going to dive right in and let's look at the haul that I got from the Dollar Tree. I got concealer from LA Colors. I've got Sassy Chic Moisturizing Foundation. I have something I never hardly wear, and that's false eyelashes. So you guys are going to get to see me try to put these on. I'm terrible, but we'll just see. Also have a lip liner pencil by Wet n Wild. Have a LA Colors eyeshadow palette. Wet n Wild lipstick. LA Colors powder blush. I have Wet n Wild mascara. Colormates brow powder, and Wet n Wild eyeliner and shimmer pencil. I don't know what this is. I've never seen this. Some of the other stuff I have actually seen and used. This I have never used, nor have I ever seen. I've never used the mascara nor their cover cream. So let's get right on into this and let's see what we've got here. So this is me without any makeup other than my face primer. Something that I very seldom ever let anybody see is me without makeup. And I've got my makeup mirror right here, right underneath this. So I'm going to be doing a lot of my application in that mirror, and I'm going to try to get it where you can see me do it, but it may be difficult because I'm getting where I can't see like I used to. Oh, I also picked up one of these, a little makeup pouch, which has got a little zipper in it. And I've got another one of these somewhere. Oh, this one with the little pink flamingos on it. I thought it for $1 you couldn't beat it, and I thought it was just cute. So I'm going to use these to put my makeup in when I get through here. So let's just dive right in, and I'm going to start off with the Moisturizing Foundation. And I have a little beauty blender here that I normally don't use. I normally use a brush to apply my foundation, but I'm not familiar with this foundation, so I thought that I'd just maybe try applying it with the beauty blender. I know a lot of you guys use beauty blenders, and I thought, well, we'll just try it and see where that goes. So I'm going to put this right here on the back of my hand. And before I get started on this, somewhere in here I had, and I don't know what I've done with it, I had a little thing to hold my bangs back. If I run across it here in a minute, I'll put it on there. But anyway, let's just get going. So we're going to get started here and just see how this goes. I usually just start around my nose and just blend it in, just, as much as I can. And I actually like this color I think is fair or light, and I am pretty light. My skin is pretty light, so I'm just going to blend it all the way out to my ears. And once you're blending in your face, you want to I blend it over my mouth too. Once you get start blending in your face, you want to kind of get the you want to kind of blend downward once you get everything, on there. And the reason why you want to blend downward on your cheeks, because if you're like me, you have these little hairs on your face that seem to pop up after menopause, and that can actually make your application of your foundation look bad if you have that. So that smooths those little hairs down and keeps them from sticking up all over the place if you will blend down. And I do have that bruise right here on the corner of my mouth where I took that fall. So I did put a little cover up on it, but this is pretty much all there is. I actually don't mind the application of this. This actually goes on fairly smoothly. It's not real hard nor difficult to apply. So I'm having a little issues with my light here today, so let me just adjust that for a second and see if I can keep it from going in and out. There, that's a little bit better. So I have this on, and as you can see, you know, it doesn't look too bad. I actually like it. It's very lightweight. Now, this is not going to be, if you want to use this, this is not going to be a complete coverage. This is going to be something that's a very lightweight feel. This is not going to be something like a cover cream or any kind of that. It's nothing like that. It's more like a BB cream. So just keep that in mind if you want to buy this. And I'll put a link for everything down there in the video, so that in the description, so that you'll have it in case you want to use it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this LA Colors concealer. This is the color of, let me get my glasses on so I can see, because I forgot what the name of this thing was. This is Nude. This appears to be a little darker than what I normally use. However, I wanted to try to use anything that I could from the Dollar Tree and not pull out my own concealer if I didn't have to. So let's just try this and see where it goes. So what I normally do is, this is a little wand type applicator, and I'm going to get down here in the mirror. This is a little darker than what I normally use, but let's just see how it goes and the application of it. Sometimes I think we ladies make a mistake, and I'm going to use this even on my upper lid, because I don't prime my eyelids, and I know a lot of folks, you know, say to do that, and if you want to, go do it, more power to you. I just don't really like the way my eyelids look when I prime them, but I'm just going to put a little of this on here and a little on my lid, and we're just going to see. Now, I want to say right off the bat, this doesn't blend real well. You have to kind of work with it to get it to blend in. This is not nearly as smooth as what I normally use. So, but I don't think the color is horrible either. I'm not a huge fan of it. I probably would not wear this again, and I'm actually going to put a little of this right here on that bruise, a little bit more, so that we can, you know, maybe cover that up just a little bit. But here I am with my foundation and concealer on. I'm going to take a look at myself, make sure I look all right. I think the word all right I'm using rather loosely doing this. I normally don't go out anywhere without my makeup, but here you go, world, here I am. So next I'm going to try the powder. And the face powder, you know what, I didn't buy any face powder, so I'm not going to try the face powder. What I'm going to do next is, you would next finish with just a translucent powder. I didn't buy any, so there you go. So here's what we're going to do next. We are going to go ahead and go right on into the blush, and I am actually going to try to do the blush this is the color, hold on, I'll tell you what color this is. This is the color Pink Blush, and there's the back of it if you want to look at it. I'm going to actually try to apply it with a little brush that's in here, because I want to try to get the full effect of everything that you can. Now let me tell you something, ladies. If you want to use blush on your eyelids, it's perfectly okay. It won't hurt a thing if you use blush on your eyelids. So I'm going to get down here. Ooh, I can already tell this little brush is this little. So I'm not used to this, so bear with me, folks. I'm going to apply this right here. And the little hairs on the brush are falling out all over my face, so let's kill that one. And let me go to my regular blush brush and use that instead. So here we go with my blush brush, and let's just see how that goes. Because I've got little black hairs off that brush all over my face now. So tip, if you buy this, don't use their brush. So I'm just going to use a little bit right here on the apples of my cheeks, because I'm just going for a nice little day look. I'm not going for something that's going to be real heavy. I'm not going for something that's going to be real, made up look. I always put a little bit of blush or bronzer right here because this is the part of your face that doesn't get much sun, so it's always white. So you want to put a little bit right there. I'm going to go back after I've done that and take one of my blending brushes and just kind of blend it all together, especially since I didn't have on any powder today. And that's real important. That's something I always do, is blend out my blush, because you don't want to look like that you've just got, you don't want to look like you don't want to look like you've got a line right here and you've got, two lines, a raccoon line coming at you. So then I'm going to go back in with one of my little powder, my little fan brush, and just kind of blend it down just a little bit more. Because there's not anything on this brush. It's just a little fan brush. It just kind of, I usually use it for something else, but I'm going to use it for this today. So there we go. Now, let me check myself, see how I look. Okay, so here I am with blush, with my primer, my foundation, my concealer, and my blush. The next thing I'm going to do, and let me get my glasses back on so I can see what I'm going to do here, is I'm going to use my brow powder. This is Colormate brow powder. The color is dark brown and medium brown, and I'm going to use the medium brown. Now, I am a firm believer in using things all over your face. If you happen to like the color of your brow powder of this, use it as eyeshadow, it's fine. Use it, use the brown to contour. Do all that kind of stuff that you want to do. And there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, I actually like this pink blush. I may use that on my eyes sometimes, just simply because I like it. So let's see, I cannot get this open. I'm struggling here with this. So there we go. So let's just see, this comes with a little tiny brush. And here's the back of it. So, can you see it? I don't think I had it up there good so you could see. So there we go. And I apologize, there's something wrong with my light. The thing's fading in and out today. So I'm going to be using the medium color, not the dark. And I'm going to try to use this little brush that came with it. If it doesn't work, I'm going to be using something else. Now, I'm going to use this color, and we'll just see how it goes. I'm going to get down here in my mirror, and I'm going to put this on. Whoa, whoa. That is very, very bright. And this brush doesn't give you a lot of control. And this medium brown, which is the color I thought I would use, doesn't really, it's not really doing much, but it is making my eye, this eye versus this eye, it is making it look just a little bit more filled in. So that's what I'm going for today. I'm not going for a real heavy brow look. I normally don't wear a real heavy brow look because it just simply doesn't look good on me. So let's try the other one and let's go in and see what we can do with that. I don't think this is going to be my best brow look for certain, and I for sure don't like this little brush. For one thing, it's really, really stiff, which is usually good, but I'm not used to anything this stiff. Now, if you make a mistake, just get your blending brush and blend it out. Just go back in, blend that out and blend it down. Or if you've got a brush with a spoolie on the end of it, that can come in handy really well, really easily as well. So let me go back in here and kind of try to do this a little bit. Normally before I put on makeup for you guys or do anything like this on YouTube, I normally practice this at least once. You normally practice the application at least once. But this, I wanted to just unbox it and try it out and see how it went, just so that we could all, have fun with it together. Because I really believe in what the Bible says about laughter. And laughter really does our hearts good, like a medicine. It really, really does. So if we laugh together, and you're certainly going to get a good laugh at me today doing this, then we can have joyful hearts and live, happier, more fulfilled lives. Now, this is my brows. if you can see, this is them with that powder. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, and I think it might be better once I get another applicator, but I don't think it's necessarily my best look either. But we're gonna go with it today and just see where this goes. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to try the LA Colors color palette. I have never worn LA Colors. This one's called Glamorous. It's number BEP422. This is it in the eyeshadow, in the palette. And I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to flake. I don't know what's going to happen with this. So this is an experiment in terror here with me for a little bit, and we're just going to see how this goes. Now this has been a little bit of a difficulty to get into because they've got it taped down. So here we go. So here's the colors. And I'm going to go with, and I'm going to use this, oops, I just dug my finger right into it, doggone it. I'm going to go with this little thing, and I'm going to actually use this color right here up on my brow. That's a little lighter than what I normally use, but what the heck, we're going to see where this, what happens here. So I'm just going to get a little bit on my applicator, and I normally use a brush for this, but today we're just going to see what happens here. This is really white, really white. So I think I'm gonna be blending this down quite a bit. So I can tell right away, this is going to flake. So be very careful with it if you buy this. This is going to flake off on your face. So tap it off as much as you can. And I apologize for this light. I don't know what's making it cut in and out like that, but I'm trying to adjust it. So here we go. This little thing, my advice to you would be to throw this away and use your blending brush. I'm not going to use it for the rest of this. I'm going to use my little brushes that I've got over here. My little blending brush. So next, I'm going to use this color right here. And there's not a chart that gives the colors or anything, but this looks like just a good medium color, and I'm going to use this all over my lid. And I actually like this color, and this color doesn't flake as bad as that white did for some reason. I think it's because I'm applying it with a brush instead of with a good brush rather than that applicator. So just remember, folks, you can get by sometimes with a cheaper cosmetic if you've got some good brushes. And you know, like with cheaper cosmetics, less expensive cosmetics, they sometimes have a tendency to flake. You don't get that quite as much with a little bit more expensive cosmetic, but you know, use what you can afford. You know, just be careful with it. Just get some good brushes and you'll use these for probably the rest of your life. So, done with that, I'm going to take my little flat edge brush, which is my friend, and just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to use this color right here in my crease. No particular reason why, I just kind of like that color, and I normally don't wear that color. So, doing something a little different today, I'm going to get a little bit on, and I usually apply my eyeshadow from one side of my brush only. I don't do a big swipe right through there. Just get a little bit on your brush right there. And then I tap it off. I just tap it off right there on the lid. Now, you can certainly get an eyeshadow swatch if you want and use that. Those things work real well. I normally don't do that. So let's see what this color looks like. Well, it's pretty bright, as you can see, but let's just go with it. Let's keep going. And I'm going to go all the way in the crease and down the side of my eye, kind of in like a little inverted V right there. And I'm gonna see what this does after I get that on there. Let's do the other eye. Now I have one eye that's a little bit different looking than the other eye. I have makeup that wants to puddle on the corner of this eye. This eye is droopier. For some reason, it's droopy. So, I don't know. So you probably have one eye that looks differently than the other eye too. So if you do, don't worry, everybody's got one. So let's try this right here. And I apologize for this light. Again, I don't know what's going on with it. It is really, every time I move my head, my lighting is going crazy. So I'm gonna try, I've got to be able to do this where I can see and not, you know, just look weird. So maybe I'll pick up my mirror next time and do it that way rather than leaning in. There we go. Now, that doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to get my trusty big blending brush and I'm just gonna blend. I'm gonna blend in a downward and inward motion. You always wanna blend towards your nose. You don't wanna blend, and I lift my eyelid up just simply because my eyelids are crepey. And I don't like the look of my eyes when I have skipped. You know, when you try to put it on a crepey eye, it will skip because your skin's not smooth. And I don't like the look of that, so I lift my eye up like this. And, you know, makeup artists will tell you don't stretch your skin, don't do this and this. Well, if I didn't do that, I couldn't get a good application on mine. So there you go, there's always that. Now, let me take a quick look at myself, see how I look. Okay, so far, so good. The next thing I'm going to do is, you guys are going to watch me apply false eyelashes. Now, this is something that I normally just don't wear, and I've got to say, I don't really look very good in them. These are false fashion eyelids, fashion eyelashes, glue included. And these are not the longest ones they have. This is, don't say what kind. Oops, there went my glue. Hold on just a second, I dropped it. But we're gonna try this and see how it goes. Here they are. These are a little spiky, and I actually picked these because they reminded me of Twiggy. So we're gonna see if I too can have eyelashes that looks like Twiggy. So here we go. Let me get my little eyelash applier thing out here. I have one of these that I actually bought at the store one time when I was in the mood to think, oh, I'm gonna wear some false eyelashes. Well, I wore them for about a day and they kept hitting my glasses. So I normally don't wear them. To me, they are not comfortable. But I do have to say, they really, really make your eyes look good. So I'm gonna put these on and we're gonna see how that goes. I tell you what though, before I do that, let me put on a little bit of liner. Let me find the eyeliner here. This is Wet n Wild, limited edition, black. So let's try this. I don't know which one's the shimmer and which one's the eyeliner, but we'll just use both of them and see how they go. Now, if I get to my grandson's basketball game and my daughter tells me, oh, Mom, your makeup looks so good, then I'm gonna probably scream. This says Shimmer Eye Pencil. Normally I don't wear stuff that's shimmery, but I will today simply because I want to see what it's going to look like. So let's look at it and see. Okay, so I'm going to get my mirror and we're going to try it. And I don't think this is actually, I'm going to just do a little bit because I don't know what this is going to do. This is actually not bad. The application, it goes on fairly smooth. It's not difficult to put on. It's fairly creamy. It's not real hard. And I'm always afraid of these kinds of pencils that you have to sharpen because I'm always afraid they're not creamy. Well, this one is pretty creamy. So we're going to try the other eye because that eye went on pretty well. And I'm using little short strokes because I've got this mirror in my hand and I can't do what I normally do on my eyeshadow. My eyeliner. But I can actually see a little bit of shimmer in this. And I actually like the looks of it. I really do. So I'm gonna go in now, I'm not gonna do the underneath, but I'm going to try to do my waterline with this. Something I normally don't do, but I'm going to do it today just for you guys because I know some of you all like that look. So let me try, see if I can do it. I can't do it and hold this. I'm going to have to get in here and do it. I am terrible at this. I'm as bad at this as I am putting on eyelashes. So y'all bear with me. Here goes. This actually, the application of this is pretty good. It actually goes on fairly smooth. It's not difficult to do, and I'm going to tell you, if you want to tight line your eye on the inside of your upper corner of your eye and see how that does, if you want to do that, get something like this that's really, really creamy because it's a lot easier application to do than something that's really hard. So now that I've got all that done, I'm going to probably mess it up now that I'm going to be doing these eyelashes. So I'm going to have to put my glasses on to see what I'm doing. So getting ready to rip it off. And these are probably going to be way too long, but we're going to work with them today. And they are a little bit sticky already. So I wonder if they'll go on like that without me putting that adhesive on there. They probably won't. So let's just, here's my little adhesive tube. Oh Lord. I'm not going to use much of this stuff because I'm going to apply it like right there. And then I'm going to let it dry down just a second. Let me see which, okay, this one goes on the right eye. And then, here we go. Oh Lordy, here we go, folks. Now, when I put this on, you know, you can probably hear me cuss because I really, really don't like false eyelashes. And I don't like the application of them on me. I do, however, think that they are beautiful on people when they know what they're doing. And I can do this on other people. It's just on me. That's not a good application. Let's try it again. And you know, I'm going to try this a couple of times. And if it doesn't work, you know, I'm trashing it. And we're not going to do false eyelashes today. So let's put this on. Try again. And just see how this works. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious sakes alive. Okay. Well, that did not end well, and I'm going to have to put some more adhesive on it. And I'm going to try it one more time. And if it doesn't work, then I'm giving it up, and we're just going to do the mascara and see what it does. So this is not the fault of the lashes. This is the fault of the person who is applying the lashes, because I'm inept when it comes to this. So let's try it again. A little more adhesive. Now, if there are any men who watch these videos and you guys don't know what your wives, your girlfriends go through to try to look beautiful for you, well, now you may have a greater appreciation of just what all they do to try to look pretty. Okay, so there's one eye. Dear Lord, help me, Jesus. this corner just doesn't want to go down. I don't know why. It wants to lift. So now the whole thing's lifting. I am beginning to believe that this is not me, but that it is the glue. I don't think the glue is tacky enough. Now that's just my opinion. I think it's a little too, I don't think it's, you know, got enough adhesive in it, and I'm struggling with that. So, whew. Let me put my glasses on and see how that looks. Well, I am nixing this idea because I'm struggling with that glue, and I don't want to fool with it anymore. And so I'm going to go back and redo this eyeliner on this eye because the glue has just absolutely messed it up. And maybe I should have done that before I did my eyeliner. Maybe that's what the problem is. But anyway, I'm back with the eyeliner. So here we go. Now, this is what you would do next, skipping the eyeliner, skipping the eyelashes. I usually go in and just do a little fine line right there, right underneath my eye, about halfway over. I don't do a lot, I just do a little bit. And then I even go in with my blending brush and blend it down. Just because, you know, I want a little bit of I think it makes your eye pop just a little bit. You certainly don't have to do this, but I always do. And then one thing you don't want to skip is you don't want to skip curling your lashes. So I'm going to curl my lashes now, because curling your lashes, a curlier lash and a youth equals a youthful looking lash. It makes your lashes look more youthful, and it instantly gives your eye a little bit of a lift. So let's go on to this. This is the Wet n Wild black, very black mascara. And we're gonna try this one, see what it does. I'm pretty much a mascara snob. My favorite mascara is Lancome, but I normally don't buy it unless I get it in a gift because it's rather expensive. So I use L'Oreal or Maybelline, and there's a couple of drugstore brands there that are really very good, but my favorite is Lancome. So first of all, this brush is really thin. It's a weird looking little brush, but we're gonna see. I save some of my old mascara brushes from time to time so that I can use them in time of need. You know, like if I get something like this and I don't like the brush, I can stick my other mascara brush in there and I can use it. So using just a little bit of this, I can tell now, this would probably be a good mascara, like if you wanted to touch up, carry it in your purse and touch up. This is not going to give me the lash length, nor the volume, nor the fullness of my other mascara. But for $1, it's truly not bad. It's not clumping, which is always a good thing. And I think it's probably worth $1. So here it is. Here's my lashes. And now we're pretty much finished with the eye. So next we're going to move on to the lip. And I've got the lip liner. I didn't see the color of this is Brandy wine. And I normally use a nude lip liner, but they didn't have one, so I got this instead, and we're just going to see how it looks. So let's open it up. See what we got here. Y'all getting tired of getting ready with me? I'm not as quick with this as I used to be, and I'm kind of taking my time today as I talk and we discuss things, and I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. Do you have any makeup struggles? Do you have any struggles with anything? Do you struggle with the media telling you how you should look as you get older? Those are things that I am really, think are very real struggles for us as we grow older. People always want to tell us how we need to look, what we need to think, what we need to say. So let's try this and we'll just see how it goes. So I'm going to see how I can do this. Right, there we go. Okay, this pencil is not real creamy. So it's a bit of a challenge to put on. You remember what I was talking about, your eyeliner brushes, your eyeliner needs to be creamy. Well, this is not creamy. This is a little bit of a challenge to put on, and it may be because I've got that big bruise on my lip, but now it seems like it's going a little bit better once I've got the initial strokes going. And I've also noticed on my face while I've been getting ready that I have some little black specks from the mascara, where it's mascara fallout. So I'm going to brush that down just a little bit before we continue to the next thing. So this is the lip liner. And we're going to move right on in to the lip color. And the lip color is Brise. I thought it was Brise Brissy, but I think that's French. I think that B-R-I-S-E is a French word, so pardon me, I am not language proficient. I don't know anything about any other foreign language. I know nothing, so forgive my ignorance. It's been a long time since I worked in the cosmetic industry, and I did work with a French company, but that's been many years ago, and I've slept since then. So here we go with the Wet n Wild Brise, and I have got to say, I have worn Wet n Wild lipstick before, and that's one reason why I chose this at the Dollar Tree, because it is very wearable. It stays on well, and I've got to say, for an inexpensive lipstick, it's pretty doggone good. It goes on creamy, but the wearability of it is really good. It wears almost like some of the long wear mattes. So let me put this on. We'll just go from there. I am applying it directly out of the tube. And I gotta say, this actually kind of hurts just a little bit with me having that bruise right here and on the inside of my mouth. This is not the most comfortable thing I've ever done, but I do think that I am pretty much done. So this is our Get Ready With Me. I'm going to do one more close-up and let you guys see me looking like I normally don't look, but here I am, and this is what I'm going to wear today on my face. This is a little outside of my comfort zone because I usually wear different, my makeup usually looks different, but I am not dissatisfied by any means with this look from this Dollar Tree makeup. I think it's pretty good for the most part. Now, there's a couple of things. The eyelashes did not work for me, but that's okay. I struggle with them anyway, and I normally don't wear them. So if you do wear them all the time, then you are, send me a message and maybe I'll have you come on the channel and show us how to apply those an easier way than what I'm doing. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. God bless. Like and subscribe to my channel. Maranatha.